हेलो दोस्तों, आप सबका स्वागत है आज के इस मॉड्यूल में, जिसमें हम बात करने वाले हैं एटिकेट्स, मैनरिज्म एंड ग्रूमिंग की। जैसे कि मैं आपको हमेशा कहती हूँ कि सक्सेस इज़ ऑल अबाउट द वे यू अप्रोच टू द टास्क, जॉब और योर प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट। सो आज का मॉड्यूल इसी को ध्यान में रखते हुए स्पेशली आपके लिए डिज़ाइन किया है। मैं सुनीता, आपकी दोस्त, आपकी गाइड, a transformer, a change agent for mission of train yourself, transform yourself. I am a certified Dale Carnegie soft skill trainer, as well as I have done my certification with master practitioner NLP coach. ये 20 years के इंडिया में मैं जब भी लोगों से मिली और जब मैंने देखा कि हाउ पीपल आर एबल टू इन्फ्लुएंस, हाउ दे आर able to create a best impression. I never generally thought like first and last impression and all these things, because when you are in relationship, when you are in association, when you are in belonging with somebody, it is going to be a every day you need to create a good impression. So every time it is a first impression, why not? And if you want your impression, your overall effect, impact, influence to on others or to others, you have to be really very well groomed, very good in your etiquette parts. That is why I call this module a basic etiquettes, social mannerism, as well as grooming. फर्स्ट हम बात करेंगे व्हाट यू मीन बाय एटिकेट्स। एटिकेट्स लाइक जैसे हम हमारे इंडिया में वी स्टार्ट विथ कोई भी दिखता है तो हम सबसे पहले वी डू नमस्ते, हम नमस्ते कहते हैं, या हमारे बड़े बुजुर्ग मिलते हैं तो हम झुक के उनका आशीर्वाद लेते हैं. सो दिस इज़ वन ऑफ आर ट्रेडिशन, इट्स एटिकेट इन इंडिया. So we cannot really compare etiquettes of ours with any other country. It is all जहाँ जिस देश में जैसे ट्रेडिशन है, वैल्यूज़ है, या जैसा कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट है, उसके अनुसार वहाँ के एटिकेट्स होते हैं. शायद जो चीज़ हमारे यहाँ एप्लीकेबल है वो दूसरे कंट्री में ना हो, यूएस यूके में ना हो, और जो वहाँ है वो अगर हम यहाँ करें तो सोशल मैनरिज्म या एटिकेट्स नहीं कहलाए जाएंगे. ओके सो मेरा आपसे यही कहना है कि नथिंग इज बैड और गुड, इट इज ऑल व्हाट इज एप्लीकेबल, व्हाट इज इन, व्हाट इज द ट्रेडिशन ऑफ दैट, वैल्यूज ऑफ दैट कंट्री, ऑफ द सोसाइटी ऑफ दोज पीपल वेयर दे आर लिविंग. सो हम बात करेंगे बेसिकली हमारे प्रोफेशनल वर्ल्ड इंडियन सिनेरियो में. हम बेसिक, यस आई नो वी डू नीड टू गो टू ओवरसीज प्रोजेक्ट, हम फॉरेन कंट्रीज़ में भी जाते हैं, तो धीरे धीरे हम उस पर एक अलग फोकस करेंगे जो इंटरनेशनल एटिकेट्स और मैनरिज्म है उस पर. लेकिन आज हम बात करें बेसिक. इफ़ आई वांट टू स्टार्ट माय करियर, इफ़ आई वांट टू बी in the professional world, how I need to approach with my etiquettes part, that I am going to talk today. So first and foremost, I feel there is a saying that always believe in expressing yourself compared to impressing somebody. So I believe the same, because expression is quite long lived compared to just a impression, but overall effect need to be created. So we can just see this in three areas. One is personal, second is professional, and third is social. So what etiquettes we need, what mannerism we need in our personal relationship? Naturally, the first and foremost is offering everybody their own space. Do not intrude. Let it be any relationship, but there is always a space of each and every person that we call aura. So do not intrude it. Okay, do not take the things granted. Always, as we apply some etiquettes to ask, to say, to tell, the same way we can use in our personal life. Next, that is very important, expression of our right attitude and the very suitable and kind words whenever the need for it. Okay, we just do forget to express ourselves in a very positive and right words when it comes to personal etiquettes. Why not? Then comes our professional etiquettes. Professionally, we need to be right from the uh, time we enter in our professional campus or when we are in the market. We need to be right from the start. It should be greet. We can greet each other. So it is like breaking the wall or collapsing the wall between you and other people by just greeting each other. That's a very simple but a short way of connecting with people. Then comes a very warm and firm handshake, a very warm smile on your face, and a firm handshake. It should not be just wave to wave, it should not be just touching or touching the fingers. It should be proper. It cannot be over tight or it cannot be very loose. It has to be very firm wave to wave, like, okay, this need to be properly you know given. It should not be from down or it cannot be from above. It has to be done at the very appropriate level from your body. That is the one thing. Again, when we are talking to somebody, we have to give complete eye contact. That shows that we are really offering our attention to that person, and that shows respect when you give attention to the people, and that makes others feel very good about you also, and the fruitful uh, reaction comes out of it, responses come out of it. So eye contact is really important. Somebody is talking to you and you are looking here there, that is not a right thing. Then comes in our professional world, uh, to ask for the things compared to just knowing the things and taking granted. May I, excuse me, or you can say, can I have this, or most of time, may I help you. So do not just get into somebody's personal space, especially when it comes to with seniors. You have to be very polite and right from them, at least 1.5 feet away, so that you are paying the right respect to the seniors. You should not go into their personal space. You have to stand, you have to stand very erect, high headed. You cannot be just looking down every time, or very loose body. It cannot be even very tight, but it has to be straight, erect. That shows your attentive posture, and that also shows that you are interested to go further with this person. That is in professional etiquettes. A grooming part we will see further. Then comes social etiquettes and mannerism. When it comes to elders, we need to be really in the mood, in the attitude to pay our respect to them by bowing down or even taking their blessings. That is the first thing. And if it is really not possible, then at least you can to youngers you can give a hug. If it is real, means very close in relationship, or even you can say even high five, a big hello can be done. So that way you can go ahead with the small etiquette parts with you. Then comes second part is about grooming. When I just give this soft skill training to my students, even the undergraduates and postgraduate student, I do feel they are really frustrated with their looks, because they just want to copy somebody, they just want to go ahead with the things. They don't understand what they have, that is more than enough. Today, every parent want to give best to their children, and really I feel very sorry to say, but today's generation don't value the offerings given by their family or parents. I request all of you, please do value what you are getting. Please do the optimum best utilization of the resources offered by your family and society. So what can be done in grooming part? So looking good is not enough. Feeling good is really very needed, very much essential, so that that confidence comes on your face and your level of energy will boost up with this feeling good. So when it comes to looks, you have to be very very particular whether do you feel it right, do you feel it is good, do you feel it is justified from your end. If it is, you will be with a different energy level and attitude towards work. So what can be done in grooming part? I generally divide this grooming, especially for these youngsters or the one who wants to uh, begin with their career. I feel there are three parts. One is body care, skin care, and hair care. So in body care, we know we have to take regular bath with the fragrance, uh, or we can use deo. And today's generation, they are so aware all about this. But if you are not doing this, these are the things which is being noticed, and you know it it goes very negative against you when it comes to sitting with colleagues, working there for 8 to 10 hours with them. And if you are with a bad odor from your body, if you are not neat and clean, if you are not tidy, if you have not taken good regularly bath, then that really affects your professional life. So please be aware about these small things, I feel. Then comes hair care. You have to oil, you have to wash, you have to do the shampoo to your hair. There are so many ways now. There are so many knowledgeable YouTube videos how to take care of your hair, how we can make it shiny, manageable, and to look good. Then comes skincare, especially in the young age group, teen age above, and after 21, 22, when you want to start your career, you are basically really concerned about your looks. So you want to look fresh, healthy skin, you want to look glowing, you want to look shiny. What can be best done for your skin care? You have to daily use your face wash, or even you can use a regular skincare regime. That those videos are also available on YouTube, how to take skin care. The first thing is cleansing. Use the cleanser so that your pores gets open and all dirt, dust and germs goes out. Then comes toning so that your pores of the skin gets normalized, and pH is maintained so that you will have no problems in terms of this pimples, or the flex, or dryness on the face, or many various problems. So you will be away from, and moisturize your skin so that you should look young, soft. You will have very soft and supple skin and you will look fresh. So CTM, or cleansing, toning, moisturizing, is a basic skincare for everybody to look really groomed, very groomed. Then you have to be very particular about cutting your nails. Do not show shine, do not just exhibit all your nail art, spikes, or so many things, tattoos in professional life, because that really because this is all distraction. When you are employee and you are getting having the power to attract the people with some other things, other rather than your work, rather than your value of the business, rather than your service, then it is a distraction. So please keep yourself away when it comes to your professional life, especially when you want to work with MNCs, good companies. You want to get paid well, so you have to be very particular. You can have tattoos, but inside it should not be the part which gets exposed. Okay, so that can be use of minimum jewelry. There should not be any gaudy or shabby colors or designs when you are wearing the dressings. your power dressing sense need to be developed quite, so that you can have best combination, best match, or best fittings, or best outfits for yourself, to carry yourself more confident, more real good and handsome, smart, or even a pretty and a very dashing women. So that way you can go ahead with your overall. Then the how to choose a footwear, it has to be comfort wear. It should not be very flat, or it should not be high heels, because it's very difficult to work for 8 to 10 hours in the this kind of shoes, or footwears. So you have to choose your footwear with the proper thought, positive thought. Then comes after the footwear, it comes like what exactly you need to follow as a office mannerism. The first and foremost thing, please do not forget to carry your learning attitude, irrespective of whatever you have learn from your education, because practical on work or on job learning is quite different than the learning which we have learned in our college or from our books. That is the first part. Second, you should always be very positive and open and wide, with the wide angle point of view for your colleagues, for your company, for your seniors, for your employer, so that you will be best gel with the people and with the environment when it comes to office etiquettes. Third, you have to justify first your work like anything, and then you can talk about somebody's, when then you can only comment about somebody. And it is better not to comment on anybody's performance or anybody's style of work at your level, because it will go against you itself when it comes to office etiquettes. Let you justify, let you develop, let you improve, let you update with your own work, own contribution. Make a more focus on these things compared to any other politics in office, because that doesn't really solve the purpose for long term. uh, when you want to be in profession, when you want to develop yourself as a professional, then you have to follow some ethics code of conduct or some professional values, so that you can build your career in a more stronger, more faster, and more wider way, I feel. So, this was a basic part of etiquettes, mannerism, and grooming. I hope this will give you some thoughtful insight why we need to develop good etiquettes. And this can be really, we can learn from observing the people, observing our seniors, observing our colleagues. So many things are available how we can learn best etiquettes. Okay, and as we go up, as we go on the ladder of success, we will develop our own set of etiquettes and mannerism, so that we can inspire others to be the best component for the business and personal life. Okay, so thank you so much. I just enjoyed today's session with you all. Thank you for your subscription, support, and views. Do continue your support so that I can contribute my best shot for transforming, for creating some ease in your life, and for making your journey more fruitful and happy. Thank you very much. Signing off for today. Thank you.